The roadkill maker Mavuika, the fearless pyro warrior of Netland, is here to turn her enemies into nothing more than roadkill. And today, we are diving deep into how to build her to achieve her fullest potential. I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this powerhouse, from artifacts to weapons and team compositions. I've got you covered. Let's get into it. To begin with, let's have an overview of Mavuika's kit. Mavuika is a character with a truly unique playstyle centered around her elemental skill, which allows her to ride a motorbike, spinning and dealing damage to anything in her path. The skill performs well on its own, but its effectiveness increases significantly after activating her elemental burst, which amplifies her damage based on the number of fighting spirit stacks she accumulates. Yes, you heard it right. Mavuika is the first character in the game to use fighting spirit stacks instead of energy for her elemental burst. This means you won't need to worry about energy recharge stats. Instead, her burst is fueled by stacking fighting spirits through consuming Night Soul points from other characters or by performing normal attacks with your on-field unit. This allows her to synergize exceptionally well with Netland characters who consume Night Soul points, granting her a steady flow of resources. In addition to her high damage burst, Mavuika provides a significant buff to her team, granting up to 40% damage bonus to the active characters. Her burst is capable of dealing massive damage, making reactions like melt or vaporize crucial for maximizing output. She's also versatile. She can remain on field spinning on her bike post burst or be played as an off field DPS by tapping her skill to apply pyro and deal damage. When it comes to artifacts and building the prime warrior of Netland, Mavuika thrives on mechanics tied to Night Soul and boasts some of the highest DPS potential in the game. Here's what you need to know about her best artifact sets. For optimal DPS set, 4-piece Obsidian Codex is Mavuika's bread and butter. The 2-piece bonus provides a powerful boost to Night Soul damage percentage, synergizing perfectly with her kit. The 4-piece bonus grants an additional 4% crit rate for each point of fighting spirit consumed during her burst, capping at 20%. This set is unmatched for maximizing her damage output. It's versatile and powerful, and you should start farming this as soon as possible for her. Her alternate DPS option, the 4-piece Mayonnaise Hunter. The Mayonnaise Hunter set is decent alternative, but it comes with a catch. You'll need to include Lady Farina in your team to trigger its HP loss mechanics, as Mavuika lacks any self-inflicted HP loss abilities. If you are fine pairing her exclusively with Farina, this set can deliver results close to Obsidian Codex, but it's more restrictive overall. Next is the 4-piece Cinder City. For a most supportive Mavuika build, the Cinder City set is exceptional. 40% bonus damage to Netland teams in a significant boost, making this set invaluable in synergy heavy composition. Avoid using this set if another team member like Shilonen or Citlali is already running it, as the bonuses won't stack. Mixed and match sets for flexibility. If you are struggling to complete a full 4-piece set or want a more tailored build, consider these combinations. First is the 2-piece Obsidian Codex plus 2-piece Pyro damage bonus. The second one is the 2-piece Attack percent plus 2-piece Elemental Mastery. These combos work well for hybrid or reaction heavy teams and a great fallback while you farm for optimal artifacts. For main stats and substat priorities, getting the right main stats and substat is key to unlocking Mavuika's true potential. For main stats, her Sands, Attack percent is the standard choice for most teams. Elemental Mastery EM works better for melt and vaporize teams, where reaction damage plays a major role. For Goblet, Pyro damage bonus is non-negotiable for maximizing her damage. And Circlet focus on crit rate or crit damage depending on your weapon and substats. Aim for a half crit rate to crit damage ratio for efficiency. Substats: prioritize crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and elemental mastery. You can ignore energy recharge as Mavuika has no ER requirement since her abilities don't utilize this stat. Moving on to her weapons. The right weapon transforms Mavuika into an absolute unstoppable force. Here's the rundown of her best weapons. Her best in slot is 1000 Blazing Suns, designed specially for Mavuika. This weapon is her best choice overall. High base attack and a respectable crit rate stat. Passive buffs tailored to her kit, maximizing her damage output. Mavuika's top alternatives are Redhorn Stone Thrasher, a strong contender offering massive crit damage. The passive isn't particularly used for Mavuika, but the raw stats make it a fantastic option. Another really good option is the Serpent Spine, the best 4-star choice, thanks to its crit focus passive and high scaling. But just keep an eye for overcapping on creep rate. Wolf's Gravestone and the Unforged both provide excellent attack percent bonuses, making it an excellent choice for Mavuika. Moving on to free-to-play options, the Title Shadow, a craftable claymore that provides solid attack percent stats, and the Mail Flower, another viable free-to-play weapon, particularly strong in reaction-based teams like Vape or Meld. These two weapons are the best F2P options available for Mavuika. Moving on to her team composition. Mavuika's versatility shines through her ability to slot into a variety of team compositions. Here are the best teams and why they work the best for Mavuika. First on the list is the Vaporized teams. Mavuika pairs excellently with Hydro units like Mulani, Bennett, and Candace to trigger high damage Vaporized reactions. Her power applications make her a direct upgrade to Shanglin in such setups. Next on the list is Meld teams. In cryo-heavy teams, Mavuika excels as a forward meld carry. Pair her with units like Ganyu or Citlali for devastating reactions. Mavuika also works excellent with Mono-Pyro teams. Replace Shanglin in Mono-Pyro setup with Mavuika for unparalleled synergy and damage. Teams like Lini, Bennett, and Shilonen are excellent examples. Mavuika also performs excellent in Overload teams. Pair Mavuika with Electro units like Fischl or someone like Kazuha to trigger Overload. While less common, this composition still leverages her pyro application effectively. Now let's have a look at Mavuika's kit breakdown, skills and passives. Mavuika's abilities define her as a versatile pyro warrior. Her elemental skill. If you press it, it summons a pyro ring that deals AoE damage. Hold it and it will summon her motorcycle, converting her attack to pyro damage while boosting mobility. Her elemental burst requires fighting spirits to unleash a devastating pyro nuke and buff her teammates' damage output through her passive. Talking about her passives, A1 passive boosts Mavuika's attack when teammates trigger Night Soul Epic. A4 passive provides up to 40% bonus damage to the on-field character after consuming fighting spirits during her burst. Discussing about her constellations, are they worth the investment? Let's have a look at it. Mavuika's constellations are among the best in the game, significantly enhancing her damage and utility. Let's have a look at the two best constellations for Mavuika. Her C2, a major spike making her supportive buffs permanent, and her C6, arguably the strongest C6 in the game, elevating her to god tier status in the whale meta. So what's the conclusion on Mavuika? The Queen of Pyro is a phenomenal unit with unparalleled versatility, making her a must-have for pyro enthusiasts and meta players alike. Whether you're using her as her main DPS, sub DPS or support, she delivers incredible results with the right setup. Let me know what you think of Mavuika down in the comments and whether you'll be pulling for her. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel for future builds on the latest characters, tips and tricks, and for more Genshin content. Also like and share this video with your friends who just got Mavuika or will be pulling for Mavuika. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.